Hola a todos. Today we're going to talk about ordinal numbers, los números ordinales. And I looked on YouTube for a while to try to find you a good video about ordinal numbers. And you know what? I just couldn't find one. So let's just have a casual chat, really, about ordinal numbers. Now, ordinal numbers are cool and all, but to help you understand what ordinal numbers are, first we're going to talk about cardinal numbers. Cardinal numbers, or los números cardinales, are ones that we call by name. So, those are numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You know how to count. My mathematicians are like, yes, Miss Van Dyke, those are the natural numbers. Okay, cool beans. By the way, we're only going to talk about 1 through 10 today because the Spaniards don't like to use ordinal numbers higher than 10 unless it's like super fancy formal writing, so we won't worry about this. Cardinal numbers are used for counting. They're also used in arithmetics, like in math, right? And that's great. Now these are different, or rather in Spanish, the cardinal numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Pretty standard stuff. Cardinal numbers are different from ordinal numbers. We don't call them by name. They are used for order, right? We use them to indicate order or position, like if someone comes in first place, second place, third place, that kind of thing. In English, that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, right? You can get the TH stuff going all the day long. And that's great, except in Spanish, we don't use this first, second kinds of stuff. Instead, they use what will look to you guys like a degree symbol, but is not a degree symbol. It's actually a tiny little O, because we get primero, segundo, tercero, cuarto, quinto, sexto, séptimo, octavo, noveno, décimo. Okay. They all end in O. And this is what they're called. In first place, literally that's what it means. We have primero. Think of it as prime. It's the best one. It's in the prime position. Primero. A fun little extra fact about primero is that when it's used as an adjective before a singular masculine noun, you just drop this O and you use primer. So you would say el primer hijo, but you would say la primera hija. Okay, and to make those plural, that becomes los primeros hijos y las primeras hijas. Notice you have the adjective agreement here. When it's feminine, it ends in A or AS if it's plural. When it's masculine, it ends in OO, except it doesn't. That's an exception. Or OS if it's plural. Okay. This is something to keep in mind. First is an exception, that it doesn't have this O here at the end. So here we have primero functioning as an adjective. Ordinal numbers can also function as nouns. It's like saying the first one without saying one. So like, first we do this. That's actually an adverb. But if I had been talking about like the occurrences of something and the first took place on the whatever, I don't know, then it's primero all the time. or primera, primeros, primera, stuff. But when it's functioning as an adjective, it's just primer. Okay. That was a rough start. The rest is going to keep going super easy, I promise. Okay, one, we have primero. Dos es segundo, second. That's also the name for literally a second, like a second of time, 1/6 of a minute. Second, segundo. So that's a fun way to help you remember that. And when it's functioning as an adjective, you still have that adjective agreement. So you would have el segundo libro, for example, la segunda carta, I'm just going to copy these because I'm efficient with my time. Los segundos libros and las segundas cartas. Again, that adjective agreement is still there. O to O, os to os, feminine, and us, like that. Okay. Also, when it functions as a noun, you would just say segundo or segunda. That rule is going to continue to apply all the way down. So, primero, segundo, and then 3 is tercero. 3, like 1, drops its extra little O there. So you would say el tercer día, but la tercera semana. Similarly, you say los terceros días and las terceras semanas. Okay, tercer looks like third. So there you go. That's literally what it is. Okay. We're going to speed things up. 4 is cuarto. Like a quarter of something, because that's what it is. It's 1/4 of something. It is a quarter is a fourth. So when you come in 4th place, that's cuarto. I guess I should be doing this. Okay, next we have 5th is quinto. This is similar to quince, which is 15, or quinceañera is your 15th birthday. Another one, we have 6th is sexto, which looks like 6 or 6th. So there you go, that's fun. Next we have séptimo, which is 7th, because as everyone knows, well, it's very similar to a heptagon, actually. A heptagon has 7 sides. Heptagon, 7 sides. Next we have 8th is octavo, like an octopus has 8 tentacles. Octopus. Or an octagon has 8 sides. There's also 9th. And shoot, what is that music thing called? An octave. There it is. My piano teacher would not be happy if I forgot what that was. An octave is 8 notes. There you go. 9th is noveno, like nueve. And no, that's it. That's the only one I'm coming up with right now. And finally, 10th is décimo. Look out for that accent. Décimo, like a decimal point. Starts splitting things into 1/10. for example. That's it. That's all Oh, decagon. Oh, nonagon. Of course. Decagon has 10 sides. Now, those are your ordinal numbers. Primer, segundo, tercero, cuarto, quinto, sexto, séptimo, octavo, noveno, décimo. And that's great. That's lovely. Except there's another fun way to help you remember at least the last four. If you break out your calendar, you'll notice that you have September is September, October, November, and December, which is fantastic, right? We've got our 7th month, 8th month, 9th month, 10th month. Pause for effect. Haha, yes, this would be fantastic if it weren't for the case that September is actually the 9th month, and October the 10th, and November the 11th, and December the 12th. Well, shooties magooties, this is because some Roman guy way back in Roman times decided that he and his nephew were going to put in some new months, name them after themselves, Julius and Augustus, so that pushed back each of the months too, so that was lame. Whoever did that should be stabbed. Haha, just kidding, he was. That's the history joke. Don't stab people, you guys. That's not a good life choice. Okay, cool. I think that's all I wanted you to know about ordinal numbers. And what's unfortunate is you just kind of have to memorize them. So go to Quizlet to help you put things in order. Also, fun fact, if you are writing things and you have a feminine list, you like primera is one with the A. Segunda, tercera, cuarta, quinta, sexta, séptima. That's an A, not a 9. Octava, novena, décima. Que tengan un buen día.